Hello Scorpio, welcome to Tarot Predictions guys, and that will be a tarot scope for October 2017. So the first card which marks the topic for us for October, that is going to be the Hangman, accompanied by the Eight of Wands. This is very, how can I place it in words, people? That is a very peculiar situation. Now, first of all, we need to know that we cannot push our things through on our own here. Now, very much, almost everything that we are coping with, everything that we are taking care of, everything that we're dealing with, either into your career, either into our career, excuse me, or into our relationship, is all about how we interact with other people, which means that our assets are in foreign hands, which means that we depend on different people, and we depend how they are going to perform, we depend on their generosity, we depend on their attitude and their devotion to our things. So ultimately this month, October, we will not rather have too much control upon our things, but luckily for us, those whom which are have a dependence to are going to be rather favorable toward us. So it's kind of like a lucky thing for us that people will rather want us prosperable than being down in the dirt, because probably there is something for them as well. So talking about your career, we can, or our career, we can expect that there will be co-workers there contributing for our success, and there are our bosses are going to fully assist us with our things. Our supervisors as well will offer their assistance. It is because our lack of progress isn't serving anybody's favor here, obviously, and the people kind of like they're seeing that we are trying to push our things through. It's just our efforts on our own, it is turning out to be quite futile, and it's not because we do lack any kind of skill, or we do lack any kind of knowledge or this kind of stuff, but it's because basically they don't depend on us. I mean, the circumstances does not depend on us. This is in that this is what is going on in October, and unfortunately with that kind of cards, we cannot take, or we cannot afford to take any major decisions, because uh, these cards are showing that there will be certain things missing and we will not take under consideration, and major decision making in October for us could be crucial, guys. It could very well mean that we will end up into a dead end situation. We may take obligations or obligatories which we cannot keep up with further in the future. Is because there were kind of like hidden strings, there were hidden conditions that we couldn't actually analyze, we couldn't actually see at this very moment. That being said, it is good for us Scorpios, either into our career or into our relationship, to take the back seat. That actually is going to be beneficial for us, and let the others who actually have the wish to do so to push our things through, and to allow and to make our and to lift down our blockage. Because for what it seems, we do struggle with a blockage. Maybe we have struggled for it for quite a while now, and this month, the October, people around us which really cares about us, and they don't even have to care about us, but somehow they're connected to us, are going to realize that if they don't help us, neither is going to benefit. And people, it's not only about help, it's about a contribution, it's about devotion. So for what does it seems, guys, we are about to receive help, we are about to receive understanding, and we are about to receive compassion toward our things, either into our career or into our relationship. And through that, we're going to feel that we are not kind of alone in these situations, and not everybody wants to see us failing. Just on the contrary, this month our success will be crucial to other parties' success as well, and that's why, even if they don't want it very much, They will have to help us, otherwise they are dooming themselves to a failure as well. And things we need to struggle against, that is going to be the world with the Two of Swords. And that's the struggle here. It's the control, really. It's that we have no voice nor a opportunity to alter anything. I mean, whatever happens, it is in the hands of those foreign parties, either your colleagues or your bosses, supervisors, whatever you name it, or your partner, for example, in relationship. You need to realize, Scorpio, that this month in October, she or he is calling the shots, and whatever he or she is telling you, it is what is going to happen, basically, because it does not depend on you. And what you have to do with that, it is just making peace with it. There's nothing else you can do. I mean, you can do an argument, you can outburst, you can outrage, you can make the drama, and that's not gonna solve anything. As a matter of fact, this only thing that this is going to do is a turmoil, a very precious balance that you do have in this kind of area of fields into your relationship or into your career. What your outrage could do, guys, jeopardize your comfort and your stability. It could jeopardize your plans above everything else. That being said, you need to also realize that whatever these people decide, it will be on their hands. And you don't have to feel regret for anything that is happening in October, or it will be a consequences of what happens in October further in the future. So sadly, if your relationship isn't going very well, you cannot do much about it, though the first two cards are showing that there would rather be an improvement here. It just is not gonna come from you, okay? And yeah, well, right, yeah, so you cannot actually do anything about it, and this is why it's going to be troublesome for you. So what you can do here, guys, is just try to reach truth, try to reach peace. I mean, you don't have to say anything that people wants to hear. Only thing you need to do is tell the truth, and by telling the truth, because there will be no reason behind it, because truth is truth, it's fact. You don't need a reason to support a truth. That this is will make the situation clearer in front of the people that are in there into these things with you, because you are not alone in your things. And sadly, right now, you don't have control upon them. We don't have control upon them, but they are depending on different forces, foreign forces, exterior forces, on people that are involved with us, and we have to wait for their approach, we have to wait for their decision, and we have to wait for their approval, unfortunately. So right now I'm thinking about how I'm going to spend the time. Well, I'm going to spend the time in October the way I do best. I mean, I'm going to take care of myself. So I suggest you guys to start doing the same thing, because as I said, your stress, your frantical bruising upon a situation here and there, trying to make the things work, is going to be a futile. And it's basically, you have done as much as you could, and no one can blame you for not investing from yourself. So why don't you just relax and watch the show? Things you can work with here is the Five of Swords. Oh, wow, okay, so this is an expecting turn, and with the Five of Wands. So it is true that you cannot alter anything by actions, but you can do it through demands, guys. I mean, you can demand, and here through the changing of situation, which is going to start changing in a way that is most favorable for you, even though you're not the one who is initiating it. You're going to see the opportunity there, and you have to be an opportunist, but that opportunity can be acted and should be acted in November probably, or December. But for now, it is kind of like you need to try to do anything possible to leave that door open for you, okay? Another thing is here is that there will be a lot of trust placed in you. That is another thing, and you need to prove that trust. How you're going to do it, that depends on your personal situation, but either into your career, guys, or into your relationship, there will be chaos, which is not a bad thing. I mean, through that chaos, you will see your opportunities. You will see the opportunities into the projects that you're working at, or the projects that people are trying to solve for you. You're going to see a leverage that they don't use right now, and you will and can and will use it in the future. And into your relationship, well, basically everything said there can be used against them in the future. So as I said again, guys, this is about, these two cards are showing that yes, right now is not the time that you can do something about improving your own personal circumstances. Now this is in the hands of others. However, that will change in the future, and whatever is done to you this month, you can repel it back or kind of like retaliate back in the future. Everything that your partner will say to you, or will kind of like insult you, or it will be unfair towards you, will be used against them in the future. Okay, and in your career, basically, if the thing fails this month, for example, your projects fail, your deals fail, it's not going to be your fault. That's the good thing here. This is something that you can work with. You don't have to even put the blame upon someone. I mean, naturally the blame will fall upon those which these kind of situations are depending on right now. It is sad that we have to be in the middle of it, however. And last but not least, guys, we do have, wow, look at that, we do have the unfoldment here. That is the Fool card. And one second, guys, with the Knight of Cups. Wow, okay. So after this very tense month, it will be tense kind of like emotionally, because even though we don't have to attend to much activity, we'll be kind of like hunchingly waiting for the unfoldment. And as soon as that happens, we will want to have our rest. We will want to actually attend to our things, and do our stuff, not and mind our own personal business. But that will not be the case here. That will be the difficulty here, that we will then at the end of the month, probably when November comes, we'll have that timing where we can now start making influence, where we now can start influencing the situation, where we can now alter the outcome, either into our relationship, into our career. And if you think that the time is to catch up your breath, then you are in a grave mistake. Actually, this is the timing here, probably as I said, end of October, start of November, where you have to make your move, guys. And the move that you are about to make, Scorpios, that we are about to make here, is going to change our lives in a positive way. That it's going to allow us to make a new life for ourselves, for those who does need it, or it will allow us to actually add a new perspective in new perspectives in our life. That being said, guys, if you do hoping to have a better job, this is what is gonna come. But with those two cards, the better job or the bigger job comes with bigger responsibilities. And as I said, it's not a time that you can slack at the end of the month. And same goes into your relationship. I mean, if your relationship, which is most likely, will go better and will improve, it is not the time where you can just relieve yourself. I mean, you can show bigger devotion, you can show a bigger enthusiasm, that you want to work it out, that you want to make it a much better, that you actually do care, because you do care. Maybe you're not showing it right now, or maybe it is not within you to show it. After all, we are Scorpios, and no one knows how we do feel within, because we don't show it. But this is different here, guys. We need to show it, and we need to show to people that we're depending on, people that we are actually there to us, that we do care for them, and we are ready to do whatever necessary, so we can make the things work. We are not willing to leave anything to happen by a chance, but actually we want to have an influence in their life, and also to have them and their influence in our lives. So that was the tarot scope for you, Scorpio, for October 2017, and I hope, guys, you enjoyed it and it's helpful to you. And if it does, please like and share the video so it can help more people. And if you do want a private reading with me where you can ask me your own personal questions, you can always purchase one at www.tarotpredictions.net, which is written here in the description of the video. And as soon as you make your purchase, you can contact me through the contact form in there in the website, or if you don't do that, I will contact you and we can schedule a appropriate time for both of us. And until then, guys, you take care and see you next time. Bye.